Consistency over a long distance with heavy fuel is vital in Formula 1, so being able to manage tyres is a useful skill. The tyre wear program, available in free practice sessions, will help you learn tyre management while earning resource points for development of your car. Be gentle on the controls to reduce the amount of tyre slip and therefore wear. The better you can do this, the higher you'll score at the end of each lap, and the more resource points you'll receive. Stay under a target lap time while maintaining your tyre management for a score bonus. When the on-screen bar moves towards the red, that means you are wearing your tyres more than expected at this part of the lap. When it moves towards the purple, you're wearing them less. Try and stay in the green zone at least for a successful test. Consistency over a long distance with heavy fuel is vital in Formula 1, so being able to manage tyres is a useful skill. The tyre wear program, available in free practice sessions, will help you learn tyre management while earning resource points for development of your car. Be gentle on the controls to reduce the amount of tyre slip and therefore wear. The better you can do this, the higher you'll score at the end of each lap, and the more resource points you'll receive. Stay under a target lap time while maintaining your tyre management for a score bonus. When the on-screen bar moves towards the red, that means you are wearing your tyres more than expected at this part of the lap. When it moves towards the purple, you're wearing them less. Try and stay in the green zone at least for a successful test. The qualifying pace program available in free practice sessions challenges you to beat a target time that corresponds to an expected position on the starting grid. Complete 3 flat-out laps on the fastest tyre compound to set the best time you can, and you'll earn resource points for hitting your target. The drag reduction system, or DRS, opens a flap on the rear wing to reduce drag and improve the straight-line speed of the car. Drivers are able to use this system in specific DRS zones as long as the circuit is dry. There are no additional restrictions to DRS use in practice and qualifying. However, in a race, the system can only be used when the driver is 1 second or less behind another. Watch the bar at the bottom of your multifunction display as you approach the DRS zone to see your distance to the activation point, and activate it by pressing the DRS button when the prompt appears. The multifunction display is a vital tool to give drivers control over their cars and make important information visible during a race. It's possible to cycle through the screens on the MFD to access the settings such as brake bias or the tyres to be fitted at the next pit stop, as well as car condition, component temperatures and race strategy information. When speaking to your engineer through the radio, the MFD is also the place where you'll be able to view and select your available commands. The safety car may be deployed if there's an incident or if the conditions are too dangerous to drive in. Once the safety car is out on track, there's no overtaking permitted, and you must keep your lap time above a minimum in order to safely form a queue behind it. You can judge your pace using the delta element of the on-screen display. Ensure you drive slowly enough to keep it positive. Once a line has formed, the safety car will re-enter the pits. Remember that there's no overtaking until the green flag's at the first safety car line. If the incident is less severe, the virtual safety car may be deployed. It's not necessary to form a queue under the VSC, but just stay above a certain delta time and obey yellow flag rules until the virtual safety car period comes to an end. Tyre selection is a critical issue in Formula 1, and the current tyre regulations give individual drivers more freedom than ever. Pirelli allow 13 sets of dry tyres and 7 sets of wet tyres for a full race weekend, so you need to be careful to make your allocation last the distance. From the dry sets, 3 are pre-selected by Pirelli and marked as mandatory for Q3 in the race, but drivers can adjust their allocation for the other 10 sets from the 3 available compounds. Just remember, during the Grand Prix, every driver must use one of Pirelli's mandatory tyres plus 1 set from a different compound. There's a huge amount of time to be won and lost in the pits, but ensure that you don't get too greedy as you approach the pit lane speed limit line. On the approach, you'll see a notification of the pit lane speed limit and your distance to the limit line. If you cross this threshold too fast, you'll be given a speeding penalty, so be careful. There are valuable tenths to be won by getting it right though, so leave your braking as late as you dare. At the pit exit, it's important not to cross onto the racetrack before reaching the end of the white pit exit line. The formation lap is an opportunity to practice your race start and put some energy through your tyres and brakes to get them up to the optimal temperature for the beginning of the race. When the light goes green, pull away from the grid and stay in position, making sure to keep your car in good condition as you drive a lap at a steady but consistent pace in order to prepare for the start of the Grand Prix. Races aren't won from the start line, but they can be lost, so getting a good start can make an important difference to your Grand Prix. As the lights come on, engage the clutch by holding the gear up button. Then, feed in the throttle to build up the revs. When the lights go out, release the clutch and it's away we go. But be careful not to release the clutch too early, or you may end up jumping the start. If your RPM is too low when you drop the clutch, your car may go into anti-stall. Don't panic if this happens, keep a cool head, clutch in, build up the RPM and then release the clutch just like the start procedure to get underway again.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are Hamilton, Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen. That's it for practice then. We'll see you again soon.
Guess who made the gossip columns this morning? Everyone's talking about this new rival you have. Check his stats out.
Hi, how are you? I'm just passing on your qualifying goals for this weekend.